I must have done that last week. We still need to change the screen. Hi everyone. So Aki's just joining us. He'll be here in a second. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Toxeros Tangirak.
Very much so. Yes, it is.
Only took me a season and a half to learn your name.
It's, by the way, it's Tanjirajak.
Tanjirajak. Yeah, I know. Right, welcome to Thursday nights. This is DJs and Dragons. This is episode 1 in season 2. We've got a lot to run through over the course of this first. We've only got a couple of hours, so we've got a couple of hours. We need to get through it. So I'm going to get straight onto it and get straight onto the important things. First of all, Gaz, the competition.
Yep, if we get a natural 20 or a natural 1, then put crit win or crit fail in the channel, and we'll add you into the pot. Well, we'll roll for each one and then add you into the pot, blah, 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 and we're at $60, I think, at the moment.
So we lost $5, didn't we? Because we were at 65, and now we're at 60, because we had. I rolled so many ones on Sunday, I ruined it for everyone. If you want to check out who's wearing what in with the votes, we'll try and remember to do that in the break or at the very end, but we'll give a full rundown of how many's got that. But I believe in the moment in the lead is Tracy.
Yes.
Woo, Tracy.
Yeah, at the beginning of the session, it took a while for people to tune in, so she got a few freebies, where she was the only entrant.
Freebies. There we go. In the off-season, in the last couple of weeks, whilst we've been preparing for this campaign, well, DM Ty's been preparing, we've just been adding cool things onto our character sheets.
It had 100 pages dedicated to all the different monsters in this campaign. You guys
one
have
of
no
them
idea.
is right there, look, on the screen. How exciting does that one look?
You can't quite see it because the camera angling.
Oh, let me fix... What? It should be... It's full on mine. What are you talking about?
I think we have the cameras overlaid over the thing you're talking about.
Now I'm confused.
Tell you what, as a friendly DM...
No, I think he's talking about the Dungeon Meowster.
Oh, that thing! Oh my goodness! Oh my!
There you go.
Me, oh my! Check it out! Holy shit! See, I was just going by the actual book cover, which is freaky as fuck. That's amazing. So yes, we're gonna fight that at some point, probably. Season 2. That's where was I? So in the off season, what we did, we got together. We had a little mini session where we did some shopping. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to update you by updating our wallet man, aka Senor Aki. Aki, do you have your computer up and running?
I'm working on it as we speak.
So I will give you a full rundown very shortly. But basically, we bought a bag of holding. So we have a bag of holding. It only cost us 500 gold, Aki, because things change.
Hey!
I'll tell you what you need to take from the party funds, and you can delete that when you log on.
Okay.
We've also went shopping for climbing supplies, because we're going to the deep dark north, 10 towns, which is in what area, DM Type?
It's a good question.
It's called
North.
Not Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale. So we're heading to Icewind Dale. It's in the deep dark north. It's right up there. Look at that. It's in the spine of the world is where we're heading to, and it's a lot of cold. So we picked up some snowshoes, some climbers kits. We picked up 10 days of rations, 8 crampons, some ropes, some pitons. It was very exciting. So we got a whole lot of cold weather gear. So we're all wearing cold weather gear. Big cloaks. We all look like Jon Snow.
Jon Snow?
You all know nothing, Jon Snow.
Do we have to talk like that?
That's it. That's my new accent for this season, lads. You know what I mean? There you go. Oh, it's a bit cold up here, isn't it? Oh, it's got my balls are freezing. So we've so we've picked up all that. We're about to head off. We have to have a flashback to our conversation with Oriandai after we first met. In last season, I'll do a recap in a second of the previous season, but right at the end of it, we sent her to the bar. We will reincarnate that conversation live. Then we're going to head shopping, and then we're going to go and get on a boat. And I have a new boat sound effects thing. You'll be really... Aki, I think you're going to love my new boat sound effects. That's what I'm saying.
I am very excited to hear this, by the way.
So without further ado, and I'm hoping I spent a lot of time working on this. I'll be really upset if it doesn't work now because it was working through test totally. We're going to go into the intro to tonight's edition of DJs and the Dragones. By the way, how cool does Oriandai look, guys?
Better than me. This is my costume.
She got the memo on the costume thing for Friday and thought it was for tonight, but you know what? I think it rocks. Welcome everybody to DJs and Dragons. These are the tales of Captain Jax, former pirate, newborn adventurer. In our previous series, Captain Jax faced many enemy with many an ally. They fought beholders. They fought the undead. They basically cleansed Waterdeep of the druid population. Oh wait, that wasn't a good thing. Over the last 3 months, I met some new friends. My good friend Glamreus was turned to stone. In our recent interlude series, me, my good friend Toxiros, and a bunch of people from Season 1 got together and we rescued Glamreus' stone corpse from the lair of Xanathar. We took it over to a druid enclave where they were able to cleanse the darkness. They were able to cleanse the stone from his skin, but they were not able to cleanse the darkness that had taken seed within him, having cast a necromancer spell earlier on in his journeys. This caused the main leader, what's the leader called? Dive? Not Enchantress. Leader of the Druid Enclave. Almost.
Let's go with Lady Falcomir.
Falcomir herself, who's almost godlike with her powers, she was infected also by this darkness, and in order to stop it, they had to chop off her arm before it could take seed. It has unfortunately had the side effect of depowering most of the druids of Waterdeep and leaving them almost headless without a leader for the time being. With that happening, Glamreus was shunned. He was told to head to Icewind Dale and seek out a man called Hal Homan, who was a former druid who had some earlier in his life darkness problems. So the small crew of Glamreus, Toxiros, and Captain Jax decided to somehow head north. Before that, they had to meet back up with Ariandai, a young dragonborn, just like Toxiros. But this was a blue dragon, as opposed to a red dragon. And this dragonborn had some secrets, some things that we're unaware of, and basically told us that she would give us more information after we rescued her from a cultist's lair. She would give us more information back at our home base at Trollskull Manor once we've managed to cleanse Gaz. And that is where we shall continue.
Okay. So, a few days have passed since the events at Falcomir Manor. And Oriandai, looking at you, Freakby, and Oriandai has come to meet these adventurers again who saved her from the goings-on in the sewer there. Oriandai, as you approach Trollskull Manor, you see a bird-like creature, almost like someone dressed a crow in male, human clothing. He seems to be rubbing away at some painted on graffiti outside. There seems to be, if you look through the words, you almost see in common the words Our Lady and Desecrator half scrubbed off by this crow-like creature. Oddly enough, there seems to be a second brush moving up and down, although no one seems to be holding it. It's almost like it's moving on its own accord. There's these two
This is helping.
These two brushes try and clear the graffiti off from outside the building. As you walk in, you see yourself in a very... Actually, we can probably jump over there while I'm doing this. Why not?
Trollskull Manor, everybody. Take a good look. We're never going to see it again.
Well, not in this campaign. We might in some of the
We're going
spin-offs.
to die.
Right, and I need to get 2 other people because Glam has not been around for a while.
I was going to say, Stabby can be upstairs in the bedroom.
Get get a
Oh,
bit
Sarge is in the naughty
space.
chair.
There we go. There's a battle badger, which we will move for the moment. There you go. So there you are, Oriandi at the
Oh, so
door.
I need to.
He can sit up in the bedroom as well.
I need to remember exactly where my window is for that. So where do I need to
Right,
go? Up,
no, I
down,
missed-
left, right? I should probably go here, shouldn't I? There we go.
Bottom left, yeah.
Bottom left. Right, so where are you guys all downstairs as Oriandi walks into the bar, seeing this warm ruckus of what looks like various adventurers. You see armored knights, you see skulking, leather-bound, I'm going to go assassin types, rogue types, twiddling their knives, doing knife tricks in the corner. There's a general quiet to the bar. It doesn't seem as rowdy as it would normally be. What with the recent goings on?
I'm currently, in case you can't hear it, I'm currently strumming away on my bandolore. And in the corner there, that's just in front of that table, just entertaining folks, just because I know we're going to head off. This is like one of our last days, so I'm giving them a final little serenade before we head off the next day on our boat trip.
I would be behind the bar just serving people, particularly Glam.
I was going to say, I'm just in the corner feeling miserable and trying not to catch
I think you're just standing there going like, you did what? You say a beardless dwarf? How on earth did you find one of those so easily? We'll never know.
How did we find one? I can't remember now. I vaguely recall it happening, but I can't
So many
remember.
things.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so Oriandi walks into the bar. Oriandi, as you see this scene around you and you spot the people that you met days earlier, what do you do?
I'm going to look around. I'm going to look around the bar. Oh, okay, there's some familiar faces. I guess I'll walk over to... I'm gonna walk over to JJ. And
Captain Jax.
I will...
Captain Jax, what do you look like today?
So I'm
Recognizable or not?
I'm going to stop. I'm recognizable as Jax. Yeah, I'm recognizable as the proprietor or one of the main proprietors of this establishment that has bought it under the name of Jax. I think. Oh, actually, I don't know what name I use. I think I'm just Jax. Yeah, and no
Jax,
longer
no relation.
no longer an evil captain. That's Jack's a very popular. Maybe Jack something. I need to come up with a name, don't I? That I use for my travels, which I'll come up with in 3 seconds. I'm going to pull the book out and roll the dice. I'll get that ready while someone else is talking.
I hear Jarlo would be a good name.
But what I'm doing is as I see her walk over, I'll stop playing and I'll be like, "Welcome to our establishment, Lady Oriandi. It's good to see that you've made it here. And would you like to join me and my friends at the bar? Maybe I could get you a drink."
While she walks over, in the back of your heads, Jax, Glam, Toxeros, you know that today is the day that you are planning to head out north. Volo has already promised to meet you down at the docks later on.
Wait, why is Volo meeting us at the docks?
Well, in a previous version, because we've done this so long, Volo did agree to go north with you to write to write a book.
Shit, he did as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wanted
it'll be
money.
a fine adventure. This will fuel my next book. So yes,
Yeah, I
he
think
did agree
he
to
wanted
do-
money, but I think we didn't give him money. But I think he's coming anyway.
Oh my god, guys.
Yes, yeah.
I need to write this down. This is the same place I got Fessel Crocus's name from. My name for what the name that I've hired the boat under is Zed Cognatio. So I am Zed for the start of this campaign. That's Z-E-D, by the way. Oh my god, what a great name. Well done, the book. This is where I get to sell my first thing. Where's the affiliate links, guys? This, in case you're wondering where I got that name from, it's called Roll and Play, and it allows you just to roll for many things, like character names, and heroic names, bad guy names, etc. So yeah, Zed Cognatio. Carry on, sir.
So I was just saying, in the back of your heads, you do know at some point today,
Yeah.
you need to catch up with Volo before he gets you in trouble.
No problem. Join us at the bar. What would you like to drink? Oriandi.
Do they know how to make a fuzzy navel?
I'll speak.
Looks at. I think you look at Toxeros at this point. Who's
Who
standing
needs
behind,
behind the bar?
Toxeros, give me an Arcana check.
I like how an Arcana check is to make cocktails.
That would be a 19 plus 1, aka a 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes,
He knows how
does.
to make it.
I know how to make one, but would you really want one when I have the finest of wines here?
What kind of wine do you have?
The finest.
Second cheapest wine.
Didn't we find some good wine in campaign 1, I think.
Yes, you probably did.
And Toxeros
I
is, of
haven't-
course, a Brewster.
I happen to be quite good with wine, but if you want that rather unusual cocktail, then I'm more than happy to make it for you.
That unusual cocktail is very good, and I would like it.
Do you know what?
As
We'll
you
have
wish.
we'll have a round of those fuzzy navels there, Toxie. So, what brings you to our bar? Now, obviously, the last time I saw you, Oriandi, you were we were separating. Now, as you see, we've managed to get our friend from Stone turned back to his normal pink skin. This is Glam
Well,
Reyes.
slightly grey.
This is Glam Reyes. Glam Reyes meet Oriandi. Oriandi helped save you, kind of. Well, we'd already kind of saved you, but she helped get you out of the final little sewer system with some terrible cultists.
Excellent, thank you. I haven't been myself recently.
I see.
You may notice he's got a backwards finger on there, Cannon.
Right. Who has the highest passive perception?
It's never me.
Uh,
It's never me. Passive
Mine
perception.
is
Probably Glam, 17.
That
Okay,
is
Glam,
much higher than me.
As a statue, you don't know anything that went on in your rescue other than what was told to you. But what you can see at the moment is on Ariandi's waist is what looks like it looks like a warhammer. Okay? And the thing that strikes you is there seems to be a tentacle slowly coming out of the warhammer and making its way towards a meat pie just sitting on the side of the bar.
Pies are a silver. I don't know what pies is. But if you saw, if you Warhammer would like, then again, since you helped rescue me, it's on the house.
Right.
Very much.
And with that, the warhammer seems to open up with teeth and just snap this pie off the side and kind of meld, back in. The mouth turns disappears. It forms back again the shape of a warhammer, and the warhammer starts purring gently with contentment.
I was going to say that's a nice trick.
Oh,
I see that your hammer is becoming much more friendly now.
yeah, I guess so. Is this the one that I picked up?
Yes.
Oh,
The
wow.
one that works for meat.
Works for meat. Ooh.
It works for me and
Okay.
has many exciting things. So you now that your hammer's happy, did you want to tell us a little bit about why exactly you were locked up by those cultists and how we can help you going forward?
Cultist. Let's see here. Hold on.
Notes.
Yeah. Well, it goes back a long way. When I was a little younger, I was out in the woods chopping wood for my mom and pa, and when I come home, there was just destruction everywhere. I'm like, what the heck just happened? And I seen this shadowy thing just come out of nowhere, and it glared at me with these glowing white eyes. and then it smiled like a Cheshire cat, and it's like, yeah, I got what I want now. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's like, don't worry about it. You'll find out later. So I run into the house, and my mom, my pa was gone. My pa was gone. Mom and my siblings, they're dead. And I'm like, oh my God. And the only thing I see is this shadowy thing. And then when I look back, it's gone. So the only thing it left behind was some smoky kind of footprint trails or whatever. And I set out after it because you just killed my family, and I don't know where my dad is. So I'll go looking for them, and it led me to that cave, and I got ambushed and knocked out and tied up, and then I meet you guys.
So you still don't know where your dad is then?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him. It's been a few years, and I'm still trying to find him because maybe he has answers to what happened to the rest of my family.
I'm sure Toxeros, who's also a dragon, could probably empathize with that, with his own backstory he's never elaborated on.
I am not.
Oh!
Is it dead parents? Everyone's got
Now's
dead
the
parents
time,
as a
now's the time.
backstory.
Can I just say, the wife just brought this into the room, ready for our Saturday celebration. She just carved this in the kitchen.
Wow.
Oh wow, nice.
That actually looks quite good.
That's amazing. There you go, darling. It's quite funny. I said we might be going shopping this evening. And do you know what she said, Tithe? She said, are you going normal shopping or night shopping? I was like, oh, night shopping! Flashback to the first season.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, I'm going to say, Aranda, that's a terrible story. Sad to hear. So, you're missing father. Now you say the smoke monster said he'd got what he wanted. What do you think that was? Do you think that was just taking the souls of your siblings?
I'm thinking that, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it's something more. If my dad's gone, maybe he got him. Maybe he's what he wanted, but why would he want him?
Ooh, deep family secrets.
What was your father's business, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, he started out as a lumberjack, and
He didn't care.
then what?
And he
He's
didn't care.
Wolverine. He's Wolverine.
He started
He got tired of the superhero life and retired to be a lumberjack, and now his past has caught up with him.
It's
I
Dexter.
mean, well, that's how he started out.
I was thinking, is he not a serial killer?
Yeah.
He started out as a lumberjack,
Mhm.
and then I don't know why, but he decided he wanted to be a paladin, and that's where I kind of got my thing from. I mean, okay, I want to be like Dad. That sounds fun. I want to be a paladin too. He always kept secrets about certain things. I mean, to me and my siblings at least. I don't know what he told Mom. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe he told Mom some stuff, and somehow this is how she got killed because of the things she knew. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. All I know is I want to find this demon or whatever it is, and shake it till it tells me what I want to know.
What was that? What we saw just before Santa attacked us?
It kind
The
of
Red
looked like
Knight.
It-
Santa.
It kind of looked like that, except like I said, it was like a dark, shadowy figure. Maybe it knows how to transform into to vapors or smoky things, and I don't know. Maybe it's a mimic too. I don't know. I don't I don't know. I just know I want to find out what's going on and what happened.
Have you got any leads or clues or next steps you're thinking of?
I think Orianda as a paladin can detect good and evil. I'd think she's got a spidey sense for where it is.
Well, I know it's evil because it killed my family, and my dad's missing. I'm thinking maybe it took my dad.
So, do you know where it's headed next? Obviously, you tracked it to where it is there. Any idea where it's going next?
The DM thinks it's going to the cold, cold north.
Okay.
Well, you know what? If it's going to the cold, north, then I'm going there too.
What a
That's-
coincidence!
That is a classic case of serendipitousness. Because we're headed up to Icewind Dale, and maybe you can tag along with us, and we may be able to find some answers to your story as well as Glam Reyes's. And by the way, talk serious. I don't suppose you would have a story that would tie in to Icewind Dale nicely, because that would be serendipitous.
My story is wherever you go, Captain. You know I'll follow you.
You know what I mean? It's like sunshine on your wedding day. Serendipitous. I should write a song about that.
Maybe
like
use it
a
to
free
inspire us
ride.
one day.
on a
That you
really
can
nice
take.
train. Some good advice that you actually took, and who would have thought it was serendipity?
Well, Taxi doesn't talk much about Izpez. I wonder. I don't know. Never mind.
I'm writing that song for next week. It's like
Right.
10,000 spoons, and when you've got a load of people trying to eat dessert.
Right. So, is there anything else you guys want to do here before you move on?
So to close it out, yeah. So did you want to accompany us, Ariane, as we head to Icewind Dale? We've actually got a boat chartered with a young man. He's very old, called Volo, who you may have heard of him. He wrote the Volo's Guide to Monsters. I have a copy of it right here, and I give her a copy of the book because I've got like 5 of them. I've also got my one, which is signed. You may notice he's a very good author. So yeah, you should feel free. We'll add that to your thing later. And then we'll if you want to get yourself all together and ready, we're gonna just pop out to do a final shop of anything that we can find on the way to the docks, and then we're heading north.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Cool.
Right. Okay.
Before we
So-
do shopping, can I have a quick
No,
monologue with
well,
myself?
that won't happen quite yet.
Oh, okay,
Trust me on
fine.
this. They're
Okay,
DM
fine.
reasons.
Yep.
Don't
Yep,
fight me
fine.
on this.
I'm
Right.
not.
Okay, so let's circle back, fast forward a little bit, just to get the campaign moving. Right, where are you guys at? There we go. So we're moving forward a little bit. Top left hand corner, guys. So we're moving forward a little bit. You guys have now made your way down to Waterdeep Docks. Right. In fact, we could. Nah, I'm not going to jump you onto the main Waterdeep Dam. Okay, so you're down at Waterdeep Docks, and Oriandai as well has gone to wherever she was. Well, I don't even know whether she was living or just followed people into the sewer, but she's collected what possessions she's got and has met you here at the dockside. Right. Let me see. Where are you guys at? Yeah. Can a couple of people give me a perception check?
Yeah, what do you want to hit? I've got a 13 plus 2, that's 15.
I've rolled a 12 plus. Let's say around the same.
Oh.
Less, just like.
Okay.
Ga-
Mine's
Gaz is-
14 plus 7, but I've
Oh
kind of.
Jesus Christ! 21.
Yeah, okay.
You roll perception in future, guys.
As a rule, we only do 2 rolls, so we're going to
Yes,
go
I
with
realise
Topsy.
that. Yes, yes.
You
Right.
can roll in future, Clam, yeah.
Yeah.
As the pair of you forget
Took
how
me a while to
perception
find my
works.
button. Yeah.
Right. As you're heading up to the dock, obviously you've got the nice dock seaside sounds, which hopefully are playing in the background now.
They are.
But you can hear from the distance the muffled sounds of what can only be described as a wind-hard boasting. You can't quite make out what it sounds like, but you know that voice. You know, you almost hear in the wind, yes, my friend. They are very good. Fantastic. You can kind of just hear that, and you hear that coming from the Harbour Master's office.
Why would Volo be in the Harbour Master's office?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to chart us a boat. It's quite possible. That'd be nice if he'd actually got his hand in his pocket for a change.
But he's not like A, he's not likely to, and B, if Volo's ordering it, will it actually float?
We should. Let's
There's a dog.
let's go and find out, shall we?
The stray dog barks at Glamorous. Right. So
Yes,
head
I'm
on
trying
over
to keep a bit of a low profile.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm liked around here at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably a wild-shaped dog, a druid stuck in dog form. Just bark.
We
You
should get
bastards.
we should get a move on. Get out of this city.
Right.
We really should. Right, where's the Harbour Master's office?
If you want to move east a little bit.
There we go.
Right. Who's brave enough to go in?
Oh,
Yeah, we'll all just walk in, see what's going on in the world.
just pile in.
The dogs continue to bark at Glam.
Yeah.
I might have accidentally closed my Sirenscape window when I went to switch windows. I actually closed the window, which is very annoying. Yeah, I had all my windows open. But carry on.
Yeah. So as you enter this storage warehousey Harbour Mastery office thing, obviously you can see lots of cargo strewn about the place. You can see silks, you can see grains, you can see casks of wine. I think we learnt it was what did JD send? Not a firkin of wine, a tub, shitload. Anyway, you can see barrels, you can see crates everywhere, right? And in the corner, you can see Volo talking to what appears to be one of the captains of the ships parked around the harbour. And as you walk in and you catch him mid-sentence. Yes, they are fantastic adventurers, very rich from their recent adventures. I am sure they will pay whatever price you need to charter this boat. No expense shall be spared. We shall dine on the finest food, drink the finest wines. Make sure you take these on board. It will be a fantastic everything you could want. They will pay for. You mark my word. You mark my. Hey, my friends, come. This woman here, she is called El Capitan. She charters the boat outside. It's called the Sea Witch.
That's a very scary name. Are you what kind of boat is it that you run there? Is it a galleon? Is it a sloop?
It's the fastest boat that you'll be able to charter this time of year. Believe me, it flies like the wind.
That sounds quite. You say it flies. Is this a water boat? Because I've only got water sound effects. Or is it a normal boat?
It's a frigate.
It is. It's some call it a galleon, some call it a schooner. It certainly rides light out the water. You would be surprised.
I mean, speaking of riding light out of the water, you're looking mighty fine there, young lady.
Roll persuasion. Oh, do you believe it? Is it deception?
Oh no, I mean, what does she look like? Tell me what she looks like.
She looks like Grinda because I've stolen the character.
Yeah, but what does she actually look? What is her like? What race, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
He's gonna pull it
bring
up.
that
Whilst he's pulling it up, I am. Yeah, it's all good. I'm trying to remember what windows I had open here. It was Evernote was the main one that I've lost, which is where I put all my notes.
There we go.
Are you sharing with us a picture?
Should really have that up. Yeah, we're going with it's a human, advanced in years. I mean, in medievalish, water-deep in times, advanced is it's a relative term. Certainly in their later life, greying hair. You can see with a very weathered face, someone who's spent a lifetime on the sea.
An experienced woman and experienced in the ways of the sea. I myself have had many years on that carpet of water that we call Her Majesty, and I look forward to traveling with you. How much will it cost us to charter your boat with a crew to take us to Luskan?
She makes a long sucking sound.
Plumber.
I bet she does.
At this time of year, most boats are chartered to head south rather than north. In the spring is when the grain goes north. This time of year, the water in the northern reaches is choppy. The wind's unpredictable. To make such a detour, we would have to change our cargo to be more suited to the northern areas. So, I mean, how far?
Like the
how
foods
far
that
did
they would
you want
need.
to
Yeah.
go?
I mean, I believe without the map handy.
Were you seeking to go to Saltmarsh or to Neverwinter, Luskan, perhaps?
Luskan was, I believe, I think we're going to go from Luskan and then head into Mirrorboard down the river. I don't think your boat would do that. So yeah, Luskan would be the sea travel.
You may be surprised what my boat can do.
Oh,
She gives you a wry smile.
imagine I would be.
Okay. She's going to think on it for a second, and she's going to say, it would be, for a normal trip south, with a full cargo, it would be possibly 12 gold per person to take on, along with the cargo. So, but since we'd be heading north, and the journey would not be as profitable, I couldn't see that I could let a passenger on for less than 24 gold each.
24 each.
So that would be
Oxy, don't offer a 25.
that would that before my
Do
good
you
friend
actually say that out loud?
before my good friend comes in
No, I just look
and
at him
requests
saying that.
a
It's
bed.
mental.
Before my good friend, yeah, he does it mental, knows that he can read it. But before my good friend requests a specific cabin with his own personal needs, there are actually going to be just the four of us on this trip. We would happily pay 10 platinum as our base fee, so that we could get comfortable. Would that give us comfortable quarters?
Let me have a quick look. That would get you that would get you out of the common riffraff area. You'd get a single room to the four of you, with hammocks. You understand, no feather beds on a trading ship, but the four of you would have your own space together. You would not have to share with the crew. By the way, are you taking Volo and you're saying four?
Yep.
Well,
Yes, I was
My
counting
friends!
Volo as.
Surely you meant a five. You meant a five people.
Of course, with the five, I mean, that would be quite a cramped room. Would we have maybe 2 rooms between us? Because
Yes.
we do have the young
Yes,
lady.
you are very right. You are very right. They will get me my own room. You see, my back. You see, it's. I need a feather bed.
What we do is we'll give her.
The captain looks at you with a raised eyebrow.
Oh, I bet she does.
Is this true?
I'm sure that you'll be fine with your back sleeping with us, because you want to write this adventure from our point of view. You definitely need to be in there with us. What I would say is Arianda should maybe have her own. If we just had 2 quarters to separate everything, I think that'd be. How much would that be? I mean, if I was to say 150 gold for 2 quarters, 5 people, would that be something you'd be interested in?
How much was the offer there?
150.
Again, it's a long pause. 160.
2 rooms, 5 hammocks.
1 shared room, 4. 1 separate room. You can sleep in our cook's quarters. Bolvar can spare the room this trip, I feel.
Okay, so we've got a room for 1, a room for 4, and safety on the
pissed off
boat.
cook.
160 gold. That's yeah, and we'll make sure we bring our own food. That's and I'm gonna reach across and I'm like, that's a deal.
Spits on a hand, shakes it.
Toxirus, now if you could take 160 gold out of the party funds while she's doing it, take another 500 gold and then another 421 gold out of the party funds, and then that's clear. And that's probably most
and
of
do
the
we
party
have
funds.
that much in the party
Yeah,
funds?
yeah. Let us know, and if not, we'll throw some money in the party funds.
Minus 500, minus 41, minus 160, yeah?
Yes.
No worries.
And where does that leave us?
Math.
Poor.
Yeah, just tell us the figure.
Did you add back the reduction for the bag of holding?
He didn't take off the bag of holding, I don't believe.
That's what he just read out. So the 500 was the bag of holding. The 4 whatever it is was the.
Did you take the 5,000 off for the bag of holding? He's looking.
Right, so we were down to. We were down to 382 party gold.
Is that after the 5,000 came out?
That's got to be.
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
Right, I have some notes on this. Anyway, we'll figure this out.
We'll
on
figure
the
some math out
outer
in the breaker at the end. That's fine. So we'll
Yeah,
do some math.
I'll figure the math out, don't worry.
Just write down at the moment that those 3 I've got them here anyway. And we'll do that later. So that's
I've
good.
got
So
those figures done.
we've got that. So now time is of the essence on this journey. Would we be able to set sail today on that journey?
We can set sail on the... Well, we can set sail on the morrow at first sunrise. But you may take your bunks now, if you wish.
I will say that sounds great. So I've already brought my stuff. And actually, I would say we would take the time now to go and get our stuff, pitons, crampons, all that into our bag of holding. Take the bag of holding with us. Get our beds. Get all our wet. We wouldn't be wearing our heavy clothes now, so we would go into our bunk, put in all our clothes, leave this as our base of operations. Hope they don't steal our warm clothes, and then head out for a final drink and shop.
Okay. Right, and with that, without any ado, let's get onto here. Right. The open ocean.
Are we doing that before? Are we doing that now? Are we? Straight on. So
we're going to move things along a bit. Otherwise, we'll
Yeah.
never get to
I thought we were doing a shop. Is that somewhere else?
That's somewhere else.
Okay, so we've had now Glenn Reyes wanted to do a quick recap of how he got his money. Are you okay to do that quickly before we have a break?
Yep.
Go, Glam. Have a little. So we're at sea. We're at day one at sea, and Glam Reyes is just walking the dock, and he's thinking to himself, "How did I get here?"
So yeah, I'm not very good at doing this, but anyway. So this is Robin and Glam having a conversation.
Oh my God, he's
So,
going to talk to himself.
This is the
Yes.
hardest thing in D&D to do.
I know, this is going to be terrible, but I'll try and make it quick. So Robin says, I should come with you and help you on your journey. Glam goes, no, this is something I need to do alone. These two, pointing at Jax and Toxie, insist they're coming along. I've known them a long time now. We've had adventures together for a whole 2 weeks or something or other. So they won't take no for an answer, but I can't drag more people along as well. Plus, we need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things with all the druids in the city being powerless. Robin goes, okay,
I'm going to
fine,
need 2
I'll do-
accents. I'm going to need 2 accents.
I haven't got 2. I haven't got 1.
Go high and go low.
I don't know which is which.
Squeaky, hasn't he?
Okay.
I don't know about you, but those druids, oh, that's a terrible thing you did there.
Okay, fine, I'll do that. But at least take some of these dragons we got on the heist. They're rightfully yours. It was your quest. Glam goes,
Glam won't take care
I was in it for the wrong reasons, as with most of my life. I'm a druid. Money isn't that important to me, or it shouldn't be, at least. At this point, I need to go sort my life out. Money isn't important. You keep it. Robin goes, no, I can't. You may not desire money, but you'll need some to help you on your journey. Glam goes, what about you? You'll need some as well. I can't take it. I'm halfway through, by the way. Robin goes, I'll be fine. I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to help run the bar. I put some money in to help do it up, and I can pay myself a wage from here. It'll all be fine. Glam goes, oh yes, the place does seem to have been spruced up. It's looking good. I'll tell you what, if you're going to stay here, technically I own a quarter of this place. Volo gave it as... and I don't need it. I was going to try and settle down here, but after what's happened, I'm not persona non grata here.
Never coming back, everybody.
Exactly. So it's very unlikely I'd be able to return, and even if I could, I probably couldn't stay here. So what if I sell my share to you? Robin goes, okay, I'll go get all the remaining plat that I got. All the dragons. And Glam goes, no, that's too much. And then there's some back and forth that I didn't bother writing down. And then
True
Glam goes,
DM fudging.
yeah. Okay, how about I take 4,000 gold for my share? That's more than I've ever seen or will need on this journey, and you'll still have some for any unexpected expenses or adventures or journeys that you have here. And you'll have my share of the bar. And while you're here, if you would, help the people of Waterdeep, especially the druids. They're vulnerable at the moment, and obviously you were able to help me, so you're good at that sort of thing. Robbie goes, okay, deal. It's strange. I've only known you for a few minutes, but I feel a great connection with you, like we're a similar soul. Good luck with your journey, and you'll always have a bed and beer if you return. And that's my monologue.
And that, guys and girls, is how Glamreus has some money.
Amazing.
Oh dear.
Amazing.
So we are on a boat, everybody. We're on a boat.
Right. I reckon it's probably going to take you a week to get up there. So let's see how the first leg of your journey goes. Who wants to roll me a d20?
Oh, I definitely want to let Toxie go first.
I've rolled quite well so far, so this is going to end badly. Are we going?
Thing is, depends how you do it. Some people go for like you get really bad things happen if you roll high. Sometimes if you
What
roll
was
low,
that?
that's a 3. Is that a 3?
Yes.
That's a 3.
Okay, we get eaten
Can
by
I
a sea
try?
monster. Campaign over.
Right. Things start badly on your first day. As soon as you leave Waterdeep, a squall seems to...
Oh well, don't mind if I do. 1 second, please. I have storm on a boat. Here we go. Carry on.
A squall seems to roll in, rocking the boat from side to side. It's horrendous for the lot of you. Only Captain Jax, who can roll with advantage on his Constitution saving throw, being a pirate, stands a chance of holding their dinner down. Right, Volo, seasoned traveler, is having a lot of fun with this. Oh, this reminds me of the time that I sailed to sailed to the Finback Islands. Ah, yes, it was a fantastic adventure. Oh, how sick my friends were. Oh, Toxir, you look a bit peaky. Are you all right? Give me a Constitution saving throw.
16 plus... Oh, what's my... 18.
I think you look a bit queasy, but you're probably okay. Yeah, and Glamorous! Oh, it warms my heart to see you again and to spend this time with you. Tell me, I must know, how is it like to be a rock? Give me a Constitution
we?
check before you answer that.
13 plus 3, 16.
You're looking a bit queasy, but you're doing fine.
Yeah, so it's
How
that.
was it like being a rock?
That dwarven constitution. That's what it is. To say. It was actually surprisingly relaxing, given the fight, and then there was just nothing, and then I woke up and my goddess was dying in front of me. So either side of being stone was rather stressful. So relatively speaking, nothingness was actually not too bad.
You see him scribbling down notes on his page. With your keen perception and ability to speed read upside down, you kind of make out the words Glamreus, Goddess Killer.
It's a new novel.
Yeah. Orianti, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity or Constitution?
Dexterity.
Oh, interesting. Ooh.
Oh.
Is that our first natural one of the evening?
That's a natural one.
That's a crit fail, everybody, as the price just keeps going down.
Right. As Volo and Glam are talking, Orianti gets up to try and make her way to the kitchen. She's got to have something to settle her stomach. And as she does that, a giant wave smashes into the side of the ship, sending Orianti flying in Captain Jax's direction. Captain Jax making a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Let me do that here. That was I did a Constitution when you said it, so I rolled a 16. That's 17 if I need it. The dexterity. No, it's not good. It is not good. What's my dex? The dex is 6, so 11.
Now, the pair of you go smashing into each other, cracking against the side of the ship. I'm not going to do damage at the moment because I don't think you need to. But both give me actually, Orianti, give me a Constitution Constitution saving throw at disadvantage, and Jax, because you're a pirate, at standard.
15.
Right. 10. No, and with that, you're being crushed against the side of the ship, which is now leaning dangerously. Dragonborn on top of you, as she kind of goes.
Oh no! She vomits on me. Come on.
It's alright,
Yeah.
you have prestidigitation again
Yeah,
now.
just prestidigitation straight off. That's like. Ugh.
Oh, you going to say anything to her, Jax, Oriander?
I think you're going to need a few with them.
I'm like, don't
I'm so sorry. Jax.
don't worry about it. You just, and I'll sort of like help her up and point her over this. Just hold on to her. She vomits over the side a little bit, and then I'll prestidigitate. Like, just clean up all the vomit. I'll be like, that's what magic was meant for.
I normally don't do this. I don't know what's going on with me.
This is quite a storm we have here. Have you ever been at sea before?
Not that I can remember.
I spent many years on the open sea. Oh, me and the sea, we could tell you some stories. I'll just stare off into the distance.
Tell you what, I'll put you on a boat. Yeah, as that happens and you're smashed into the side and you're just trying to clean yourself off, the crew in the background are just sniggering, seeing these landlubbers just flying about the place. You're not making any friends there.
So after it's cleaned up, I'm gonna walk over. I'll be like, so I was the first crew member that I see. I walk over and go, hi, my name's Zed. I spent many years at sea. What's your name?
Okay, so you walk over to a very what's the right way of saying this? Has anyone ever seen Moby Dick?
Yes.
You ever
I like
seen
Captain
a
Ahab.
character called Queequeg?
Oh yeah.
Right, so this guy here, he's not wearing a shirt. He's not wearing shoes. He's basically barefoot on there, short dwarf. You can see he's unlike a lot of dwarves, he's out, he's on the sea. His skin is a dark tanned leather with what looks like tribal-esque tattoos all over his body and his face. And he looks at you. He says, "Name's Bolvar. I'm ship's cook here. You the one that took my room?"
Well, that would be we took the big room with the 4 beds, but of course the lady needed a room to herself. So unfortunately, we as a group, I suppose we did take your room. I do apologize.
Yeah, worry. Captain gave me a bonus for that this trip. I'll pay for some fine ladies at the other end of this, I'll tell you.
Oh, I bet it will. We all those women of the docks. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna look at Oriandi there for a second. He's gonna give her a little wink. If you're ever lonely, lassie, you know where to come.
Yeah, I'll just. I mean, if she was lonely, you'd just get your bed back. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna walk away.
There, Jax.
Right. Okay. So So generally not a great night. The first fight. Let's see if we can get that up. Free hand. Yeah. Okay. So let's say you've got about there. Who wants to roll me for day 2?
Guys,
Who are you
passing
volunteering
foreign
for T2?
guys.
Okie dokes. What? D20.
Yeah.
I'm already
Not like
hitting
Sarge
the.
when he rolls
Nat 20!
You
Which is
fight
either
a
really good or
dragon.
really bad.
Exactly. It's awesome. It could go both ways.
Right. Okay. Obviously, the storm has abated the next day. It's calm. The wind has dropped. There doesn't seem to be much movement in the boat. You seem to almost be sitting there on a breathless sea, floating, doing nothing. Captain Jax, aimlessly wandering around the deck, has found his way to the captain's office. Kind of complaining a little, talking about his adventures at sea. He never sat at sea doing nothing. And the captain gave him a look and said, something along the lines of, let's go with, you want to see what this baby can do?
And
Right,
that, I
and-
would love to see what you could do with this baby.
Roll persuasion.
19.
Oh, back to our original characters.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Lock, come here. Yes, madam. These landlubbers, they'd like to see what the sea witch can really do. Get down below and start the machine. The machine, milady. You heard me. We paid good money for that. And sitting here in sitting there in this breathless sea, it's not making us anymore. Turn it on. So with that, this guy, Larkin, he scurries off downstairs, and a low, deep hum starts coming from the back. As you look over the back of the ship, you can see bubbles start to appear as the ship starts moving forward. And the captain screams to the crew, raise the aft sail! Raise the starboard sail! Right, and instead of the sails on the top of the ship coming down, sails start coming out from the starboard and the port side, almost like wings. And the ship, as it starts gaining speed, starts moving and suddenly comes off of the water and starts heading up and up into the skies. This is when you realize you're actually on a bootleg Spelljammer.
Oh, I had propulsion drive ready just in case. That's all I'm saying. I thought it was just going to be an engine. I didn't think it was going to be a fucking takeoff thing, but okay.
No. Okay, so we're on a bootleg Spelljammer. But not only that, what did you roll, Glam?
20.
20.
Right. Give me some perception.
Oh god, 20's,
okay.
20's great. We get to go in the air, but we get to fight fucking sky monsters.
18 plus 7, so 25.
25. Wow. Glam,
Stabby with his investigation, Glam's perception.
as you look around, Glam, right, not only does it seem to be a perfect day, but you spot land. Land ho! In the sky. What?
This is Skyland! Is it He-Man's Fortress of Solitude? I don't know. Who has a sky palace?
Who has sky palaces? Land ho! The screen. The crew screen. Right. Yeah. As yeah, so you're gonna make your way. Oh god, this is so random. You're gonna make your way to Skyland. I don't know what it's called.
Skyland. He
Just a
really
floating
thought about that, didn't
goddamn
he?
island in the sky. Yeah. So I was on holiday last week. Give me some credit.
One second. I must be able to come up with the name of a land from this book.
Yeah. You can't call it Laputa. That's a rude word.
It's gonna be
One.
called. 1 second. We're gonna call it. Oh, Lily. So it's Lily de Veer, the Skyland of Lily de Veer.
Yeah.
There we go, canon.
Right. Someone give me Arcana.
That's probably me actually.
That sounds more like our spellcasting bard.
How about that 19?
19.
19.
Plus Arcana. No, 19 plus 2 is 21.
Right, Captain Jax.
Yes.
As an avid sailor in your past, right? Never on a Spelljammer of sorts. You heard tales from the various pirates and people who did have these of a floating island in the narrow sea, if that is what it's called. Anyway, of a floating island in the narrow sea called
Lily de Veer.
was extremely hard to find. It's the magic that holds it in the sky. Legend said was related to the Nezarene wizards of old. Tales talk of many years ago, maybe 500 years past, before the spell plague, the Nezarene wizards were masters of levitation, as well as many other magics. Their city used to float in the sky. The methods of how to do it have been lost to the ages, but this island, tales say, still persists. Tales, the that the people that inhabit this may or may not trade magic
I
items.
will tell everyone that. I'll say, believe it or not. I mean, so Captain, what's the captain's name, by the way?
It's Catman. Literally, people call me Catman.
Captain, sir, ma'am. So have you found this place before? Is this like one of these top secret things, or are you just lucky that you just took off and we found this crazy secret sky city?
So you can look you dead in the eye and literally say, I told you the ship could fly. Well, the ship flew like the wind.
That's
And of course, we knew this was here. This was our plan all along.
that's a very
That gives you a poker face to end the poker faces.
that's insight check. And not very good. It's like a 12.
Of course, you knew it was there. Why would you have taken off the ship?
That's amazing. We found. Well, I mean, this is what a trip we're having so far. Are we okay to go aboard, Captain? On land, even.
Shrugs. I don't see the harm. We will moor up here for the next hour or so. See if you can find any provisions while you're there.
Will do, Captain. Will do. Hey, crew. It's time to hit the docks. Time to hit the land. We're going to explore this crazy island in the sky. Who's with me?
Let's do this.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And on that,
Islands.
we'll take a small break.
Oh, before we do that. Oh no, just take the break.
Yeah, small break. Come back. Explore the island. Cool beans. We have 2 rolls to
Can
do.
I roll a d8?
Of course.
Of course you can.
I mean, you tell me.
'Cause I need
Can
my-
you
God,
roll
he's
a
getting an
d8?
animal out.
I need my hit points since I leveled up.
Oh, hit points. Yeah, do it.
I've only gone from 5 to 6, so I'm not 7 like you are, but I still need hit points.
5 more hit points.
Not
Yeah,
respectable.
plus
That's
1 or
not
whatever.
bad. Yeah.
DM. Sorry, I mean, how many people entered in the competition for the first crit fail and win?
3.
So, and that's for the first one. I'm gonna roll a d6, and so that's 4.
So that would be Ratbait.
Right, mate, you're in there. So, and how many for the second time round?
Also 3.
And that's a 5.
So that would be Trace.
Tracy smashing it again. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So there we go. That's the first crit win and crit fail of the evening, and we'll do some more at the end. Guys, go for a pee, take a break. Pardon me. We'll be back very, very shortly on the other side. I'm excited. By the way, Aki, how much fun is? We've got a sky island.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm buzzing to find out exactly. Have you noticed there's a little hut right at the very bottom that I want to go and have a look at?
Ooh,
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, let's do this. Okay, well, I want to do it now. Okay, let's have a
Yeah.
quick break and we'll be back. Oh my goodness,
Right,
so
in a bit, in a bit,
excited!
in a bit.
New campaign, everybody. Whew. Hard ceiling. And we're back. Oh man, so how's the sound been working this evening? I've been spending more time really trying to work on sound than I have been doing anything else. I've been loving it. Gaz, on,
Yes.
on the notepad for tomorrow, elbow.
Right.
Thank
Okay.
you. Cheers, thank you very much. Right, we are on, and now you didn't tell me to get a soundscape together for a floating fucking island.
What would that even sound like?
Well, it's gonna sound
Like
like
opening to Laputa.
it's gonna sound like a market, is what it's gonna sound like.
Make it sound like wind at first, and then when you get into the city, it sound like a market.
Well, we're exactly what I was thinking. I'm basically upping the wind and getting rid of the cows and the carts.
Flying cows.
Yeah, they're getting. Yeah.
So, yes. So yes. Let's do this. Let's go exploring this magnificent island. Let's go.
Right, so who's brave enough to walk the gangplank from, I don't know, like a half a mile in the air?
That
yeah.
would be me.
Oh, off you go, sir. I'm right behind you, sir.
Okay, here I go.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll?
I think that would be mean if I did.
Yeah, roll a natural one. He was never seen again. No, because if you fell, I'd just cast levitate on you and float you back up.
Exactly.
Okay, while you're looking at this, Captain's going to take Oriandai to the side a second.
Am I?
Yeah, different captain.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just Zed now, man.
Say, Oriandai,
Yes.
I noticed that you appear to be wearing your armor.
I am. Why do you say that?
Well, so I wanted to commend you on how brave you were. Most people on a ship, even those the members of the navies of the various cities, daren't wear armor on a ship. Only the bravest souls, as they all know that falling off of a ship wearing full plate armor, they would sink to the bottom.
I'm afraid. Why should I be afraid?
Well, it's up to you, but if I were you, I would think twice as you valued your life on a boat. There's little we could do to help if you fell overboard.
What's going to cause me to fall overboard?
Wind, squall, not paying your bar tab. Many
I'm
things.
paying my bar tab.
Many things can happen on a ship.
Yeah, I suppose it could happen.
I don't think we got a potion of water breathing, did we?
Suspiciously.
Oh, if you mentioned that, I'll say, oh, by the way, I actually did mean, and I had forgotten. Each morning, I've actually been casting war. Now, I need to just clarify this with
that
the
was
DM.
it, wasn't it?
So,
Yep.
it takes me 10 minutes to cast, so I'm going to spend an hour every morning casting water breathing on everybody except Volo.
Amazing.
Because you know I'm sure he's got his own trinkets and skills. So everyone, and I'll say I didn't mention this to you, but if you fall overboard, you will be able to breathe. The spell does last 24 hours. So
24 hours to get to shore. Good luck.
well, no, obviously we'd have to go and find her and rescue her, but at least she can breathe.
Exactly how far up are we? Because, you know, sometimes when you fall from a high distance into water, you don't survive.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole other.
This is more if we're in the water. To be fair, if you're in air, I don't think wearing armor or not's gonna do
Make
much.
any difference whatsoever. Right, let's go and explore this bitch.
Yeah. So Vola's going to hang back. He's going to be going, "Oh my, a flighted island," and he's going to get his book out and he's going to start drawing a picture of this, right, for the ages.
I kind of want to draw a
Okay.
picture of it as well.
Right.
Are we getting credits in this book he's writing?
I don't know. God Killer. Right. So, the pair
Might
of
not
you
be the
heading up,
credit I
or
was looking for.
Glamreyes, Orianda, are you guys staying on the ship or heading up?
No, I'm gonna.
Jax.
Let's go explore.
Okay. Yeah, as Oriandi walks across the plank in full plate armor, it creaks ominously, but it seems to hold for the moment. Right. Okay. So what you guys doing?
Let's go explore.
Hungry.
So, is it worth us going through from the north to the south? Is there any obvious openings and any obvious sort of welcomings, should we say?
Yeah. The pathway up kind of leads under one of the houses and into the main courtyard area.
Okay. Let's. Can I roll investigation first before we go any further? Have
Sure
a
you
look at
can.
investigate the area, yeah. See what I can see.
I will assist
Okay,
you.
that's
I
an-
will assist you in that. As you started looking around, I'll be like, if you needed some, let me see. Let me just. Yeah, I'll just do, not an inspiration, but an assist. So I'll give advantage.
He regains them on a short rest, and he still never uses them.
I know. So I've rolled a 19.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, the buildings seem to be quite old, but well kept, well maintained. As you look around, and you manage to pick up a single long black feather from the floor. Seems too large to belong to any skybird. Oddly enough, you don't see any birds on this island.
Does it look like a Kenku feather?
I was about to ask, actually.
Roll. What would even that? That'd be. Oh, we're gonna
Animal
find it
handling.
interesting.
Animal handling. Animal handling.
Or
That is
nature?
gonna nature check.
I've just nat 20'd.
Oh, it's crit win,
On a
everybody!
nature check.
On the worst thing you could ever roll it on. What is this feather from? Woo! And you get, by the way, it's from the bird that's behind you attacking you. Roll for initiative 1. Fuck you, dice!
No, as you pick the feather up and you look at it, you kind of say under your breath, Ken? It appears to be a Kenku feather.
It is a Kenku feather. There we go. Let's go exploring.
Okay,
So-
can I hear any birds or any kenkus or anything in at all?
Perception.
That is an 8 plus 2, 10.
From where you are, you can't really hear anything. You hear the rushing of the wind around you as you're coming into the main square, where things are a bit more sheltered. But as you come in a bit, and I'll see if I can move you. So you come in a bit. There we go.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, is this thing made of like stone?
Yes, the island is made of stone. Everything seems to be
So,
made of stone.
as we're walking by, I'm just touching it with my hand as I go by.
Oh,
To do what?
No, not to do anything. Just making contact with it.
It's funny
gonna
being a
become
dwarf.
stone. I just realised that druids become elementals like in much higher levels. He's going to become a stone elemental. Irony.
Yeah, it is.
Possibly. I mean, I've already got meld into stone as a spell I can do
There we
ritually.
go. He can at night just become
Probably
stone
fall through
again.
the island.
As the 3 kenkus materialise,
Well, so yes, as you go into the center of there, you do see 3 Kenkus in long robes. Unlike Ken, who looks a bit Babish and roguelike, these appear to give you the impression more like monks, people tending to a small island rather than, running around adventuring or thieving.
At which
You
point I'm
seem
going.
like your kind of people, Toxie.
Well, I was literally going to nod to Jax and go, "Do you fancy translating?"
Of course, yes, and I will cast. Do I still have it? Let me just get my character sheet. What was it? It was a spell, wasn't it? I have. It's Bandalore. I
Comprehend
think.
languages or something?
Comprehend languages. Yeah, I will cast that as a ritual. I say, if you guys want to just be calm. It'll take me 10 minutes, and I'll 10 minutes, and I'll do comprehend languages.
We'll do.
So I can
What's it
understand any spoken language that I hear. I also understand any written language that I read.
What's the one? Not Pictionary. The one where you mime stuff out.
Oh,
Charades.
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 That's it. Yeah, we'll do that with him until he's finished doing his spell.
Okay. So at this point, I'm going to turn around to the Kenkus and go, "Greetings, friends.
Yeah, do they speak
What can I
common?
find? What can I find here?"
And the closest Kenku to you is going to turn around and is going to give you a complimentary bow. And in a very familiar sounding voice, your own in fact, it's going to mime back to you, "Greetings, friends." And the one next to it is going to make a squawking sound that you don't really quite understand. It's kind of a squawk. But to Jax, it sounds like a very formal welcome to the Temple of the Sky.
Temple of the Sky.
Yes, Temple of the Sky. It with the name that doesn't at all sound like it was made up on the spot. Like Temple Jibber Jabby, something like that.
I love it.
Do you have a place where we may pray?
Have you said anything, Jax?
I let him talk at the moment to see if they understand him, and I haven't said anything yet. I did understand, and I did speak to my things and say they said welcome. Yeah, they are. They seem very honourable people. Kens.
The one closest to you, Toxie, looks at you. Kenkus can't really smile because they have beaks, but there's a certain sereneness to his face, and he nods at you, and he outstretches stretches out a winged hand, almost offering it to you.
I'll take it.
And with that, the Kenku leads Toxeros away from the main group and further down to the south of the island. Right, while that whole thing is happening, what are the rest of you doing?
I'll say I will now speak to the guy that's left at the front. I'll be like, so they've gone after prey.
By the way, when everyone else is hearing this, are they hearing you say that, or are you kind of sounding like squaw, 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 squaw?
I'm going to sound a little bit squarry, and I'll be like, so is he going to be?
The mother tongue.
Is he safe?
I did not know ones of. Sorry.
So is my friend safe with your comrade?
There is no danger here. We are humble monks. With visitors, we occasionally trade goods of great value, which we acquire from time to time from travelers from far-off lands.
I mean, that sounds terrifying. But we acquire. I actually, you know, and I've learned. I'm gonna just sort of Glamreus. They say they acquire. I mean, did you get any tone from that? And I'm gonna get Glamreus to do an insight check.
Okay.
And I will give him, a little squeeze on his shoulder, and I'll be like, "I believe in you," and I will give him an inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
But I
Kenku's
can
gonna
roll
go.
first anyway, Connor.
Yes, belief in your friend is
Okay.
very good.
Thank you. Jesus.
So wait, that's 6, and then this is an insight. So plus 7 is 13, and then what was your inspiration?
D10. Oh, wait.
hell.
Is it a D10 or a D8? Actions. bonus action. If you want to know how quick I'm finding this, guys, it's a D8. That's because I use D&D Beyond for all your D&D needs.
Oh, that is only a 1.
Sucks.
So 14.
As
14 inside.
Jax. Well, what's Jax's new name? It's not written on there.
Zed.
As Zed says this to you, you realise all you heard was squawking, and it's extremely hard to,
Hard to tell.
to insight check squawking. Seems legit, but then again, you really wouldn't know the difference.
And then
especially
I realized my foolishness and that I wasted a bardic inspiration on nothing. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. I should probably do my own check. And I am going to just insight that and just see. So that's a 17 plus 0. So it's a 17 insight. Does he seem like
Still
forthright?
more than I got.
Yeah, does he seem forthright in his? Or when he said, what I'm trying to garnish is when he said acquire. Is it like the way I used to acquire things in my pirate days, or is it just does he seem like a tradesman?
In a mercantile way.
Yeah. Okay.
There's this word of the day, mercantile.
Mercantile goods. So I'm
I was
like,
gonna say, what does mercantile mean? For those of me that have no
merchant,
idea.
a
It
sales
means
way.
you're watching Star Trek yesterday, and they were talking about Ferengis.
Yeah.
Mercantile race, Yankee traders. Anyway,
I will talk to
Yeah,
him,
to be
and
fair,
I will.
they all steal stuff.
True. I will.
no.
Okay.
Kenku's naturally drawn to shiny things as a race, and, a
steal
place like
them.
a place like this is the equivalent of Kenku heaven, because Kenku yearn to fly, and this is a floating
They
island.
do. I will say that actually. So I will remember that. I'm like, I know that you're. We made good friends with one of your brethren back in Waterdeep. He was one of our allies and is now running one of the establishments. And I know that he was a big fan of being able to fly. How must it feel to be able to be part of a floating island in the sky?
It brings a certain peace to it that our ground-dwelling brethren sadly will never know. The pain of no longer being able to fly haunts us and drives our brethren to covet to fill that void. But for us, serene.
Now
Life is wonderful.
You spoke of goods, shiny goods you both covet and have for trade, shiny goods. I wondered if you would like to, whilst my friend is making one with his god, would you like to take us to your shiny establishment where we can peruse some of these shiny goods?
The guy motions up in that direction to a door that seems to be open.
I'll summon Arianda. We're gonna do some shopping. Did you want to come down here and see if there's anything pretty in the store for yourself?
Sure. Love to do that.
Let's go shopping.
Eddie then.
Right, Toxeros.
Yes.
So the Kenku has taken you round down to a lower hut, right? And he's going to leave you there on your own as he wanders back. Now, what you can see is a roof structure, square pyramid-like roof structure with 4 stilts, right? You can see there is a little stool. What do you call it? If you were Jewish, you'd call it a hexagoras, little praying stool that you can sit on. And on the side, in the center of this, appears to be a small plinth. And in that plinth is placed a single gold coin. It appears to have 2 sides to it, one gold, the other a very dull black. The golden side seems to have a symbol of wealth and prosperity, and that's the side facing you. The side facing away seems to have a symbol of despair, regret, poverty. It seems that the Kenku have been praying to the golden side, the side of prosperity of this coin. What would you like to do?
I pull out a single gold coin.
Knew he was going to get gold out.
I place it next to their gold coin. And then I get on my knees and I pray. I don't pray to their god, though. I pray to my god
Yeah.
to ask for answers, if he has any revelations he may have. And also, obviously at the beginning, I would thank my god for safekeeping for my travellers and myself, and thank him for getting us this far unscathed.
Okay. Roll a d20.
That's a 10. What's my modifier?
There's no modifier, but nothing appears to happen. The coin in front of you is obviously seems to be some significance, almost magical in nature. But nothing seems to happen there, and your god, while I'm sure hears your prayers, doesn't seem to respond, as gods tend not to do. Except Glamraeus's, who's half dead.
And mine occasionally to fuck with people.
He's gonna rub it in your face.
It's fucking amazing.
While Toxeros ruminates on the coin. Alright, we will jump back to our other players, who have now wandered into a very familiar looking magic shop, because the DM reuses screens.
Yeah, for sure,
And,
man. That's fine.
And a very familiar looking Genku. Right, literally, he's walking up, he's got all the magic items around, he's going, "Akaka! Akaka! Akaka!" to everyone. But to Captain Jax, he's hearing a, "What, sir? We have this fine selection of magical items for you to..." This guy he's not a monk at all, he's like a proper trader. Fine selection of magical items. I mean, and let me see if I can just... yes, and... if you guys can go to Roll20, there's a link at the bottom if you want to click on it. Glam, if you want to try and link that for the audience, or actually I'll just put it in. No, will it work in Twitch? Yeah. If people want to see what is on offer.
Ooh.
Right. I've taken out some of the costs, but you've got the rarity
Oh,
there.
what have we
whether it
done?
needs
Oh, you see,
attunement.
what I did is I clicked on that link, which means I've taken it to... That's actually taken everyone on Twitch to it. So there we go. That's taken Twitch to there. There we go. That's what we got, guys.
There you go. Right, so you've got to save a little bit of time. You've got some rudimentary prices there, but the guy's doing his little spiel. You know, we've got a fantastic pipe of smoking monsters, a cloak of protection. You, sir, look like you could use some protection. You, sir, as well, madam. A wand of scowls. Fantastic fun for your friend. And he picks it up and he you tinks it. And Oriandi, without even having to roll a... Well, actually, no. Roll me a... And I've got this up here. Yeah. Roll me... Yeah, roll me a D... Roll me a charisma saving throw.
A what?
Charisma saving throw.
I heard Christmas as well.
Christmas. Can you save Christmas? A Christmas saving throw.
Well, it's more we got attacked by Santa last time.
Charisma.
So.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
Nice.
The Kenku looks a little disappointed. Says, normally it's like, normally this makes people scowl. You must have a very strong charisma there. Let's see, what else is he's popping about with? Yes, we got a mystery key, an eye of eagle, and our most expensive, exquisite item, an amulet of the plains, although I doubt you can afford that.
Ooh. I doubt we can, but
Right.
what is an amulet of the plains?
If you've got D&D Beyond up, you can search all of these. They're real items, or you can ask me because I do have the links.
So I'll be like, so you mentioned a few things in there.
Just pick one. I'll tell you what it does.
I'm just looking down the list now. So the
I know you. You're looking at that cloak of protection. You're thinking, is it worth sacrificing my cloak of many colors?
I mean, maybe, but I can't remember what it's, so I'd like to ask the
flame tongue
ooh,
sword
the
looks very
shield is
familiar.
expensive. Jesus Christ. I'm just trying
Some of these prices are negotiable.
Yeah, I mean, the Wand of Scowls definitely appeals to me. I have to say that could be something I'll be interested in. Also,
Yes, it's a wand with free charges. You can expend them and recharge per day, and with about a 50-50 chance of making someone scowl.
I mean, I'm putting that on the list. I kind of want it. It's throwing away money, but why wouldn't I want to make Toxic miserable just for like?
It's like, unlike many ones,
and you don't have to attune to it, which is always good.
unlike many ones, it does not. It can expend all its charges without disintegrating or destroying itself, and it regains all of them at dawn.
I mean,
That's better than mine. Mine disintegrates if I use all the charges.
The pipe
Or
of
I must warn you.
a 1
I
in
must warn
20.
Right. If you expend all the last charge of this, when it charges on the beginning of the day, on a roll of 1, it ceases to be a wand of scowls, and unfortunately turns into a wand of smiles.
Oh, it's happening. So I'm not gonna be like that. I'll be like, that sounds like something that could be fun to use with the kids, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, maybe I'll buy the pipe of smoke monsters. What is that? How does that work?
Right. While smoking this pipe, you can use an action to exhale a puff of smoke that takes the form of a single creature, such as a dragon, flumph, or a froghemomph. I don't even know what that is. The form must be small enough to fit in a 1 foot cube, loses its shape in a few seconds, becoming an ordinary puff of smoke. That is a common item.
So it doesn't do anything. It just looks cool.
It's more like thaumatology.
Yeah, I love it. Just like that.
Cloak of protection, +1 AC.
The mystery key.
The mystery key. Have a look at that. A question mark is worked into the head of this key. The key has a 5% chance of unlocking any lock which is inserted into. Once it unlocks something, the key disappears.
Okay, so not great with it disappearing. I was hoping it was just like, we don't have a rogue, so I was thinking, and I have to ask, because obviously the Sentinels, I mean, there's a few things there that are well expensive. Just to drop to one of the expensive items we could probably afford, what is the figurine of wondrous power, and what are the eyes of the eagle?
Well, the flame tongue, by the way, is basically the thing that Stabby had.
I figured it would be.
Right, what was the one you asked for? Eyes of the Eagle? These crystal lenses fit over the eyes. While wearing them, you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. You mean if you're saying if Toxeros put those over his other thing, he'd cancel out his...
I was thinking for Glamreus, it would
in
be
conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details at even extremely long distances, and objects as small as 2 feet across. So basically, a combination of great sight and binoculars.
Glam, that is like, your perception is +7 anyway. That with advantage would mean we would never fail perception checks. What about the what is the figurine of wondrous power?
Ooh, that's expensive. Okay, It's a statue of a raven, small enough to fit in your pocket. Use an action or command word, and throw the figurine to a point on the ground within 60 feet of you. It becomes a raven. Some rules about if it's occupied or not. The raven is friendly to you. It's your companion. It understands languages, obeys commands. Defends itself, but okay. Let me just...
Shopping episode, guys. Well, shopping and praying and
it sounds like it's basically a bootleg form for having a familiar if you're not a wizard.
So it's just a familiar. I didn't know if it was like one of the cuddly toys, which would be more like a thing that could attack.
While it's in its raven form, it allows you to cast Animal Messenger on it.
Right. So it is. So I was gonna get it because I love having little toys that are like that. But I already have Tony, and I don't want to make Tony jealous. I mean, my God, imagine if Tony was like fighting with old Ron the Raven. We don't want to see that. Unless Toxie wants to get himself a little Raven to have Raven Hawk babies with Tony. I don't think any of us have got 20,000 gold or 160,000 gold. The Flame Tongue was
not
good.
on our own, but together we could maybe
dagger.
do it.
How much money?
The Sentinel Shield gives you advantage on initiative rolls.
Okay. How much money does Oriandai have?
And
DM?
Wisdom perception. Sorry?
How much money does Oriandai have?
Oriandai didn't just start out with a basic 10 gold, so you're going to have to support her.
Okay, that's fine. We've
probably
got a bunch.
not
We've got a bunch
she
of
was,
cash.
she was in a dungeon, so...
How much gold do you have in the party?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot. I don't know what the party gold is in general, but I think we'd have to re-establish that. But certainly, as far as I'm concerned, my personal inventory is at 308 platinum, 200 gold. So I'm at like that's what, 3,200? And I'm pretty sure I put a bunch of that into the party funds to get the thing. So I think the party funds were at about 5,000, which we then...
Oh, I've actually got this all listed.
Here we go.
Toxeros before shopping had 9,579 gold.
But I think that included the party funds, which were like a few thousand.
Yeah.
And then we spent 5 of that 1,000, which is why he doesn't think we got that much of the party funds, down to 300. So it's probably 5,000 more on that. And then the shopping off. So there you go. So we've got about 4,000 party funds. I've got 3,000. Gaz?
So Robin gave Glam 4,000 gold.
So we've got 3,
Just
7,
over that.
11, plus what Toxie's got himself, which is another 4. So we've got about 15,000. We might be close to the amulet. Let's see what the
Actually,
amulet
no, a
of the
little bit
plains
under
is.
that because I bought
You'll
the
never get
armor.
the amulet of the plains.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I
Oh, that's
think that is
160, not 16. Jesus! Oh shit!
Yes. Oh, yeah. I was reading it as
I
16.
was missing a 0 there.
Yes.
So the shield's not really something that I would be. Anything
Amulet of the Plain is basically like a personal teleporter.
beautiful. Anything there that jumps out. I mean, what is the rope of entanglement? Would be my final question. I think.
Okay. Rope is 30 feet long. If you hold one end of the rope, use an action to speak the command word. It darts forward to entangle a creature with a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
That's pretty useful.
They need a DC 15 to break it. The rope has an AC of 20 and 20 hit points.
Doesn't Toxie have something similar from his tattoo?
Grasping tattoo.
Yeah,
I do.
Exactly. So we have the grasping tattoos, which is why I think we've got the grasping tattoos. Is it worth it? But then would it be worth giving Oriandai something like that so that she's got something kind of cool that she can throw out, and it's not tunable, but it is 4K. So I'm going to speak to the Ken. I'll be like, and I'll speak to everyone else. So I'll explain these items as he explains them to me. I'll be like, oh, and the cloak of protection +1 to AC.
Yes, flat +1.
Flat +1 to AC.
And something about saving throws.
Right, hold on a minute. The cloak of protection +1 to AC.
Yeah.
Does it have
And
any?
+1 to saving throws while wearing it. So, if you're doing a charisma saving throw or constitution saving
Yeah.
throw, +1.
Which is great, but it's attunable.
Oh, it's massively expensive though.
And it's attunable.
I don't have that
It's
sort of money.
expensive, but yeah.
Because it buffs your AC.
Yeah.
It's what always does it. Whereas, like, looking at something like that, the only problem I would have with that is that it's attunable.
Plus, by the way, you're looking at the base prices. Don't forget there
there's
are other prices.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what have I got attuned? So I mean, I only got 2 attunement slots because I've got my tattoos. So I've only got the Bandalore on 1, which I can't get rid of. The other thing I was going to use was the Ring of Warmth. So I'm not really looking. I'm not really in the market for an attunable item. But I don't know if Toxie, what have you got attuned?
At the moment, I've got 3 things attuned, which include
The Ring of Warmth.
Ring of Warmth, the Medallion of Thoughts, and the Wand of Binding.
Yeah.
Oh, your Gimp wand.
My Gimp wand.
Yeah.
you
So
theoretically could
Oriandai-
lose the Gimp one for the protection. Oriandai, yeah.
Oriandai would be a Beastia tank.
Well, she has basically all her attunement slots at the moment.
Except for the Toothy, right?
And
2v.
is Toothy attunement?
It's a
Must be.
good
Oh,
question.
possibly. Oh, I think it might be.
Yes, it is.
We were supposed
Yeah,
to touch
right.
base before the session because we were going to pass. I was going to pass the Ring of Obscuring, I think, which we'll talk about afterwards. The Ring of Obscuring is certainly not around. I've also currently got the Trident of on the boat. By the way, I don't have the Ring of Warmth attuned. I do have the Trident of Fish command.
Right, so while
just
you're
in case.
ruminating on that, let's
Yes.
jump back to Toxeros.
Okay.
While you're having a think.
Yes.
Toxeros.
Talk to me.
Right. You're there. You're praying. You're staring at this coin.
I'm going to touch the coin.
It seems to be loose in place. There doesn't seem to be anything holding it there. Do you pick it up, give it a flip?
No, I do not.
He's an evil DM tempting you.
Do you pocket it and put a gold coin back in its place?
I'm going to scurry back and ask the Kenku which thing, the relevance of the gold and the black coin, to see if he knows.
You're going to ask him, or you can use your mind control device.
I'm going to ask him first. Politely.
The Kenku's going to look at you, and he's going to go, "Ka!" Because you don't speak bird.
I'm not there.
You're not, are you? Okay. I'm going to pull a gold coin out of my pocket and hide the back of it and show him it and see what he says. Let's just look for his reaction.
He's going to nod with a knowing look.
I'm going to take him, gonna offer my hand out as he did for me, and take him by the wing, and then take him to Jax and ask him to translate.
Okay.
I need to know this. I need to know this is because I want to take the coin. I want to mess around with the coin. I want to take the coin to them, but I don't want to upset the zen of a floating island. This is too much of a dangerous ask.
So we're currently in the shop, and as he walks back in, I'll be like, Tuxurus, there's a cloak here, a cloak. There's a cloak here, which would really help your evasiveness. I'm sure we could stretch to as a group if you were interested. What do you think? If you'd have to give something up, maybe pass it on to Orianda. What do you think? Or of course, Orianda, if you were interested, you could wear it. I think we should get the cloak.
Very, very much. I am interested, but at the moment, I'll be distracted.
Okay,
when
sir.
I say
What's up?
I found a coin in the temple, and I just need to know what it's about. Can you translate for me with this Kenku?
Of course, I'll explain that you're interested in the coins, the Kenku, that you've read it, or that you've seen it, and that you want to know more about it.
Oh, fuck, I've just found where all my gold and platinum and all the rest of it is stored. Sorry.
How much?
Yeah, I've just found it's 9569. Is that what you said?
Oh, you could almost get a sentinel shield.
So in total, I've got
5,000 of that is party funds, bitch.
No, it's a little bit more than that. Is the party funds?
Okay, we'll come to it in a sec. So yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I've done my translation.
Yeah. So the Kenku's going to explain to you that it's the coin. They call it the coin of fate. It brings great fortune, but also great despair. On occasion, when someone really badly needs something, they will take the coin and flip it. And if it lands gold side up, they critically succeed in the thing that they're achieving. But should it land dark side up, bad things for them, critically fail, you could almost say. He explains that it's colloquially, before they acquired it, was colloquially called the all or nothing coin.
So basically, and how many times a day would you be able to use that coin?
Let's have a quick look.
So basically, it's a way to... It's a 50-50 chance of getting money in or out of people's pockets for this show. And also, it's basically a nat 20 D1. It's a D1 D20 coin flip, rather than rolling a D20.
Well, if you were to identify it, and I will move it along. Let's pretend you've gone down and touched it and gone identify for 5 minutes. In any ability, in any check, right, that requires, but this is a once a day, right, recharges at the end of the day. Anything that would require you to make a D20 roll to check on something, ability check, saving throw.
Attack roll.
You can flip the coin instead and turn it into a 50-50 success, critical success, or critical failure.
Boom!
Okay.
Death saving throw! Coin. You either die or you're stabilized.
Quite literally.
My question to you is, can I take it? Or my question to the Kenkus is, can I take it?
Is this something that we were able to... Is this something we could make a deal for? Or is this something that, as a matter of faith, he has the option to take that and replace it with some. What is the deal with the coin, or is that something that you treasure here and that you personally worship?
It is not a sacred item. It is for the benefit of all who live here and wish to try. I have seen many a Kenku critically fumble and slip down those stairs and off into the ocean. Just
Would you like us to take it off your
fulfilling their
hands?
final dream of flying before
dying. Yeah, I love it.
before they fall to the abyss. But I've seen others pray for the return of loved ones, of fortune, of traders, only to see traders float out the crowds or loved ones return to them. It is a very powerful item, but I suppose we could be persuaded to part.
It wouldn't be a permanent part. It would be a temporary custodianship of it.
Tell you what, why don't you flip a coin and try and persuade me?
Okay.
So I'll let you persuade that. Whilst he's doing that, I'm going to be talking to the shop man.
So
and I'll be
you're
like,
gonna... Yeah.
If we were to get the cloak and the wand, are you interested in anything, Glam?
Well, I think somebody should get the cloak. I think it would be better.
I think it's going to be Oriandai or Toxie. We'll get the cloak.
Yeah. But I think we should get it. But yeah. Fine. So the other things, I mean, just because at the moment we're getting rid of money, I think we should get the mystery key. I mean, okay, it's one use, but it for the one use where it works,
Makes sense.
it'll be handy. I mean, a potion of healing's sort of the same sort of cost, and that's one use as well. So
Yeah, it makes sense. So a mystery key, wand of scowls, pipe of smoke monsters, because I want to look fucking cool when I smoke a pipe.
So I'm half tempted to just
getting
because
those
again,
eyes?
we've got the money.
You getting the eyes?
I might as well.
You've got to
I
get
might
them,
as
man. You got. Let me all get an item. We all get an item then.
The only other one is the Helm of Comprehend Languages, but you've
I
got
already
that
have
literally,
it,
haven't
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
So we don't need that, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So yeah.
Okay,
We'll go with
so
that
he's
then.
gonna roll. He's gonna roll for his item, which is the coin. So if he gets this, he doesn't get the cloak, and Oriandai gets the
Right.
cloak.
So, Toxeros, have you gone down and picked up the all or nothing coin to try and convince the Kenku whether or not
Oh, so you're gonna
you should
flip
be
the
allowed-
coin to see if you can get the coin. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
makes sense.
Yes.
Right,
I
heads,
don't know what the critical
heads.
fail is though.
you critically succeed. Tails, you critically fail.
Are you ready for this? I'm actually going to do this
Pause.
live.
Pause. I think we need to do this. Go.
Some tension music.
So just to confirm, I'm going to flip it, I'm going to drop it onto the back of my hand, and then I'll reveal it live so I don't see what it is.
Okay.
Let's do
And,
it.
and what are you saying is? So what we're saying that the heads is crit
Heads is
success.
good.
Tails is crit fail.
So this is gonna catch. Is this gonna catch? This is going to count as a crit win.
This is whether
Crit
you.
win or
Yes, it'll be a crit win or crit fail, and this will be whether you get the coin or not.
Are you ready?
Come on, we want this coin so bad. No, we do not get the coin.
Your suggestion of stewardship of the coin is received poorly. The Kenku looks at you with anger in his eyes and literally kicks you in the chest, sending you flying out the store. The other Kenku shoo you back to the boat. Get out, stranger! You have insulted our honor. Tried to steal our coin. You just hear squawks, but in your head you imagine that's what they're saying.
As he goes, I'm going to take his gold purse, and I'll be do apologize for my friend. He didn't understand that you honor the coin and that
Captain
you honor
Jack says while picking up the coin.
you honor actual coin. I was like, so I would like to offer you some coin and gold and platinum to get some of your items here, and maybe purchase the coin would be better than trying to just take it as a custodian. And then so just to switch into DM mode with you, or purchase mode, cloak of protection. One.
Yep.
So if we were to get the cloak of protection, the wand of scowls,
Just love it.
the mystery
Right.
key, the pipe of smokes, and the eyes of the eagle.
The eyes of the eagle. Is
Yeah.
Eagle Point here? Have
Yeah.
you stolen his eyes? Right. So you're gonna. I'm assuming as a bard, you're going to try your best to try and knock the price down.
Not the price down, and ask if we can buy the coin, because obviously money talks, and...
Yeah. I'll tell you
And
what. Click on
bullshit
that other link that I sent you.
Oh, is that in D&D Beyond? Oh no,
That is
sorry, on
Roll20.
Roll20. Ah, it's on my other window. I do apologise. 1 second.
It's literally
will
the same.
Oh,
open.
you bastard!
This will open for the viewers. What am
Oh,
I doing?
you absolute bastard!
That's the same link. What?
It's at the bottom.
Read it again.
All or nothing coin is 50 gold pieces.
You swine!
Oh, if Sarge was here, he'd say "Evil DM be evil."
All or
I put
nothing.
myself back on the boat, DM. I put myself back on the boat, by the way, out
You
of
are-
pure shame.
You are back on the boat. Right, you
Pure
failed.
shame.
Critically failed. Right. So where were we? Okay, so the coin, having insulted their honor, is now actually the high cost. That's 100 GP.
Oh,
And that is non-negotiable because you critically failed.
Just a quick sidetrack. The actual money that we have in the pot is. Where are we? There we go. So it's. I actually have this number now. I can work it out. Oh, fuck's sake, Rich.
While you're working that out, Jax, are you going to
Sorry.
try and convince the shopkeep that he should lower his
I'm
price?
going to say that obviously you got a lot of things here, and I'm sure you get many people that come through here looking for items, and you need gold and selling items. So we would like to give you some gold towards that. If we were to take the cloak, the pipe, the eyes of the eagle, the 1 second, sorry, I do apologise.
The party funds is 8887.
But you need to now take off the
That's before we take-
8887, the off what I said to you earlier. So the 160, the 500,
Oh
and the
shit! Sorry, yeah, I'll do that now.
four
I'll do
up,
that
take
now.
that off. So that's still a good amount.
Right, so
So
you're just
cloak
saying,
and
you know,
protection,
you're just
eyes
telling
of
him
the
you
eagle.
want this, you want that, you want this.
That's 11,150 is what I've got as what it should be roughly. And I
How have you got that much?
cloak
We'll
5,000,
get to
eyes
that in a
2,000.
second.
Oh wait, no, I've fucked up. Sorry guys.
I've got 6,725.
Sounds good to me.
math, baby.
So I'm gonna do a, I would like to, if we could just negotiate maybe a little discount for mass purchasing. What do you think?
He's going to say, well, mass purchase. I mean, these are fabulous items. Each one a wonder in of themselves. You'd be lucky to find any of these across all of all of the Swordwind coast.
So what we're thinking, 5,000 lot.
Right. Roll persuasion.
I'm going to do this because I've been rolling for shit. I'm actually going to do this in Roll20. Jax is there. Does mean I've got to switch just 3 things around. 1. And then we go to... Oh, there we go. Let's switch this to my character sheet. I feel that persuasion here is just going to be so much better. Can everyone see this? Let's do this. Oh, yeah, baby. 27. 27.
Jesus.
Daddy,
Holy
roll
crap.
big. Woo!
Daddy roll big.
5,000.
Well, normally I wouldn't do this, but seeing as you're willing to buy so much of my inventory, 5,000 it is. Because on the lower cost prices, there is enough scope there
Okay.
to get it down to that.
There we go.
Except, yeah, so 5,000.
So I'm going to give him 5,000 and then the 100 for the all or nothing coin, because you'd said that was non-negotiable. So it's 5,000
is
for everything,
non-negotiable.
100 for the all or nothing coin. So 5,100, which I will take. If we take, so we'll work out the money after the show. Who's doing what? I've written all the values down roughly, so I'm now going to change my notes to just be 5,100, and we'll work
And
out.
what is that? The all or nothing coin isn't tunable?
Okay.
No.
It's 8106 is party funds.
Yeah, so that's good to know.
Right, you can all work that out after session.
Yeah, so we'll do that straight after session. But for now, we've bought some stuff. We've got the All or Nothing coin. We've had a trip to the Isle of Skye, the Temple of the Sky, on the Sky Island of Lily Devere. And we will now head back to our boat and get back on the Sky/sea.
Right. As soon as you get back to the boat, you're met with a sullen stare from Toxeros.
Don't worry,
Right.
Toxie, I got the coin for you.
And I'm gonna puppet Toxie for a second. Right, so Toxeros is gonna tell you. Screw the coin. Somebody's been murdered.
Are we leaving it there? That's the end, by the way. It's 10 o'clock. Oh my god. That's the best cliffhanger ever. Holy shit. I thought we'd get back and we'd do one more roll, but you know what? Fuck that. Somebody's been murdered. And guys.
But before we just move off that, and the captain standing behind Toxie says, and as you were the only ones off the boat at the time, you can only be sure that it wasn't you.
By the way, you know what this means, don't you? It means
Murder mystery.
Zed and the Glamreyes detective agencies will be in town. Or is it the Zed and Oriandi detective agencies? So basically, someone's been murdered, and we're going to investigate that murder next time on DJs and Dragons. Campaign 2 started, kids, and we are on our way to the north. The north is like miles. It's going to be, campaign 2 starts in. That's beautiful. So, guys, I mean, who's died? Who knows? What even who's died yet? I think it's Boldar because he's the only person we've got a name for. But
Is that the cook? Are we going to starve for the rest of the
we know
day?
the
They've all
captain.
got names. The DM has learned.
I was gonna introduce. I was gonna talk to more people, but now we get to talk to them all bar one. We'll never get to talk to that one. Thank you for tuning in for the first episode. We had how many crit roll and crit fails in the second half of the show, Gaz? Or Toxie, whoever was keeping track.
Just a second.
We had two crit fails,
got two.
one nat 20.
There was definitely a nat 20.
We got 2 fails. I've
think
only
there
got
was
one.
only one.
fail.
I flipped a coin.
Yeah, that's the fail I've
That
got.
was the fail, yeah.
What about Oriondai's? Nat 1.
That's first
That
half
was
of
in
the
the
show.
first half.
That was in the first half, yeah.
Oh, my
So we've
apologies,
just in
my
the second
apologies,
half
yeah.
we've got. So how many numbers we got this time?
So they're both 3. So we've got the first one was Toxie's nature check for the feather. Was a
Toxie, would
crit
you
win,
like to roll a
3
d6?
entries.
Yep.
That many
1.
music. This is really cool music. I like it.
1 on the nature check is Trace.
Tracy's killing it, everybody. Come on, other people.
She is, yeah.
And then the next one is the crit fail for the coin, which also was you, Aki. Roll again.
4.
4 is Josuke Allier.
There we go. Josuke's in the mix. I'm loving it. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We had a whole new soundscape for a boat. We've got a whole new background track, which I discovered. Thank you again to the awesome people. Actually, this track came from Stream Decks. What's it called? Royalty-free music selection, which I've managed to work on. And all the sound effects, of course, are provided by Sirenscape, which is a wonderful tool for DMs to get cool or musical or everything backgrounds. Thank you to those guys, as always, for their support on the show. If you're wondering how we get all these cool maps and everything, it's mostly thrown together by our very own DM Tithe, using, of course, Roll20, which is fabulous for getting your groups together, and it's easy to create
And
tokens,
a
etc.
folder with 1,000 different maps in it.
Yeah. And as well as that, the
And
whole
yet
thing...
we still went to the same shop that we'd been to
Yeah,
before.
you know what I mean? And they're all the
Do you
same
know how long
game
it takes to upload and resize things?
We also, of course, D&D Beyond is an amazing tool for all your D&D needs, as we've said. Thank you to all those things that really help make this show easy. Evernote also is what I use for my notes, If anyone wants any DM tips, I know James likes is going to be doing something soon. I know that DM Tithe would always be happy to give tips, as would I. If you want to see me DM, tune in a few Sundays. I'll give you more dates when we get it confirmed, but I think it's going to be, I think it was in 3 weeks on Sunday. We're back. This show should be back, as we're going to clarify that date now. When, gentlemen? Are we going to go, we should be what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
I should be good.
2 weeks is always the aim. I'm just going to go to my calendar. Oriandi, are you free on Thursday on the... It'll be in November, would you believe it? Thursday the 10th.
Yes, I am.
Excellent, so I'm putting it in the
That's my
calendar.
cat's birthday.
Oh, that's... Do you know what? We'll celebrate your cat's birthday by
I'm sure she'll come
investigating
show
a
you her
murder.
arse.
D&D murder mystery is what I'm putting in there. That's super exciting. Season 2, so that I know which one it is. So
It's going to be hilarious. They're going to be like, was it you? And before you say anything, flip this coin for me.
So crit wins, crit
Toxie
fails.
should have all the coins. He's got the gold, he's got the medallion, and he's got the crit
So it's pretty much, we're pretty much in the show. We are going to just spend, if you want to stick around, we're going to spend 5 minutes arguing about who gets what, which we'll do live for the sake of it. But if you wanted to go, now would be a good time. Thanks for tuning in this evening.
Don't go, stay.
Toxie, how much do you want? So you've got 3 tunable items. So Oriandi, I think. So what is your AC, Toxie?
My AC is currently 15 without wearing my my bandana thingy. If I have the cloak, that'll put me up to 16, but then I can go up to 18 when we're fighting, and I'm up close and up front. And up
Oriandi,
center.
what is your AC?
What is AC?
That
Your armor
is
class.
armor class, which is the shield next to your initiative, above where your inventory and everything is, in the middle of the screen.
18.
So she's already. So it'd be better to give you that. But then, what would you be able to give 2 of your attunable items to our lovely Oriandi?
So I've got the Wand of Binding, Medallion of Thoughts, Ring of Obscuring, which I have spare, and a Ring of Warmth.
Well, you'd have to unattune. So what does the Ring of Binding do? The Wand of Binding?
Wand of Binding. So this is quite a fun little thing. It's got 7 charges, and I don't actually need it because I've got the tattoo now. But basically, I can use an action to expend some of the charges to cast one of the following spells, which is either Hold Monster, which is 5 charges, or Hold Person,
By
which
the way,
is 2
Hold
charges.
Monster is a very powerful one.
Super
What's a
powerful.
Hold Person?
With a DC 17
That's banging.
saving throw.
So you need to give that to
That
someone
is a
who's gonna
lot
use
better
it.
than your tattoo. You should give her your tattoo.
Would you like a tattoo?
So if you they never had to attune their tattoos, bastards. You should give the Wand of Binding. If people remember to use it, the Wand of Binding is super useful. So I would say that the cloak would be better with Toxie because you've already got an 18, and that would give us 2 people up front, both with 18 AC.
Guess
I
what,
agree.
though? I mean, remember when you guys were getting winter clothes?
Yes.
I only have boots, so I need something a little bit more than boots.
No, we did get you a set.
We did the
just
whole
need to add
shopping.
to your
It was
inventory.
off air,
Yeah.
so you would have. We've all got winter clothes. You can add winter clothes into your inventory bit where you put your personal goods.
Okay.
So we've all got winter cloaks, winter boots, snowshoes. Going for looking at it. So what I'll say is I'm just gonna put a note on here now. Cloak of Protection, Toxie. Pipe of the pipe is mine. The eyes were given to Gaz. Now, Gaz, are you attuned to 3 things?
No, 2, so I can have that.
So you
That'll
get the
be my
eyes,
third.
and then that's your third. The all or nothing coin will. I'm actually going to come on and say, I saw you looking at this big guy, and I'm going to flip it at you, even though it's used for the day. So you have the all or nothing coin and the cloak, Aki. And you're going to give the Wand of Binding. So, Oriandi, you need to add
by
the
the
Wand
way-
of Binding to your inventory.
By the way, so I misspoke. The all or nothing coin is per short rest
Excellent. 1 per short rest. Fantastic.
and is any roll that requires a d20.
Yes.
Any.
Any roll.
If you
including
want
death
to
saving
try and
throws.
hit someone, you can flip it and try and stab someone. It comes down, and either you stab yourself or you stab them.
I mean, that could be super useful.
You stab them as a crit.
No,
That's what I'm
it'd
saying.
be great.
Double damage, or you damage yourself.
You get
Imagine,
your sword.
imagine
You get
stabbing
your
with
sword,
that.
you flip the coin, right? Critical success, double damage. Critical failure, you manage to stab their saber, and now they've got your sword. Goes in the little hilt in his belt. It go one or two ways.
So
I'm gonna
Aki,
need some reminding of how to access that.
yep, I'm going to say goodbye. So we've established by the next session we'll do that. So guys, thank you for tuning in this evening. We will be back in 2 weeks from now for this. Tune in tomorrow night. What are they tuning in for tomorrow night? Ori and I.
The masked DJ.
And you're ready for it already because you're already masked. Will B be one of the masked contestants? Who knows? Will Gaz ever get his mix into me, or has he already? We have a bunch of the mixes are all ready to go. There's going to be I think 3 mixes played during the show, 6 mixed DJs for our judges to choose from as they guess who each of the person is and critique them in the first hour from 8 o'clock UK time, 7 o'clock GMT tomorrow. My show, Master DJ episode 1. It's a little special. We're going to take the first hour of the show. After that, we're going to talk about Elbow. We're going to talk about Depeche Mode. We're going to play some great brand new music and some classic old tracks and some cool mashups. And that's tomorrow. Aki,
One
what are you...
critical thing.
Yes,
Is Tithe doing the chip now or tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
So the Halloween Hot Chip Challenge.
That's another thing for
As we
tomorrow.
say trick or treat in the second hour of the show, we'll see if it's a trick or a treat for our DM Tithe. Well, I'm liking the actual picture there because he's on fire, the old Dungeon Meowster, and I think that's what his ass will be tomorrow. So we'll have DM Tithe doing the chip. We're all going to be in, by the way, tomorrow, just so you all know. We will all be in Discord to allow guests and everything to come in, and the judges and everything without limiting how many videos we can have. And I'll tell everyone that tomorrow. So tomorrow, live for the DJs on Discord. Big show. Super excited. Of course, then don't forget to stick around all weekend for more Helix, more Sarge, more Madness. Not DJ Madness, just how everyone else is a bit crazy. And yeah, I'm super excited. Guys, we'll be back in 2 weeks for this, which is the most important thing. I can't wait to do a murder mystery.
Mental.
Who done it?
Absolutely mental. Thank you, Tithe, as ever.
That's it.
Thank you,
We'll find
Oriandai, for joining us this evening. It was a quiet one for you this evening, but you're going to earn your way into it. I think the combated ones are coming, and next week you're going to help me investigate a murder, which I'm super excited about next time. Toxie, as always, thank
And
you
you've
for
got at
joining us.
least 2 attunable items now, which is good.
You did get cool presents. I'm going to tell you how to add that to your inventory. And Aki, don't forget you can add a Cloak of Protection and the All or Nothing coin. And I'm looking forward to making cool pipe monsters. Thanks,
So
everybody.
is the pipe, smoke pipe are you getting the Wonder Skulls as well?
Oh, you know it.
They both seem, they both
you
seem
use
like
all
a you
3
thing.
charges, it will turn into a wand of smiles.
Both of these
Maybe.
things are a win. I mean,
Exactly.
making people
Yeah,
smile or
exactly.
scowl. I mean, that just sounds like fun to me. I'm basically going to become the Joker.
You work with the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Glam Reyes, for joining us this evening. It was great to have you back, and in fact, it was also good to have the 2 of you back. Could you just give us a little goodbye from Stabby for the final time?
I can't remember how I did it now.
Oh my god, the wand of smiles will also turn into a wand of scowls. Ugh.
Yes, it can top and tail, which I like.
Yeah.
So we've had 2 glamorous characters. The only man who played more characters this evening, of course, was DM Tithe, who was everything from a bird to a crazy chef, a captain whose name is Captain. I like the way you thought through your character names, and also came up with this amazing world with a floating city in the sky. Thank you, as ever, DM Tithe, for being our leader.
I just can't wait to see you use that goddamn coin. It's going to be hilarious.
By the way,
Hey,
it
like,
also means
that shit.
more money in the pot, more money out of the pot, really easily. It's like, every short
Once
rest.
per short rest.
Thank you,
But
got tuned
remember,
in tonight,
if
guys.
you crit fail, it will properly crit fail if you're using that coin.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
no soft crit fails. There is proper crit fails.
Exactly. Falling on your sword, falling from a high height, kind of crit fail. We've got to be careful with it, guys. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
we have.
thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here this evening. I've loved it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Go and have fun in the world, but don't forget to return tomorrow for much more of the same in this innate craziness. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Thursday, and we'll be back tomorrow. Good night.
Looking forward to it. Good night.
I can see a lot of fuck ups in your future, Toxic.